All right. Well, hello, hello. My name is Nikki Peterson, and I am the Senior Program Manager at the UC Davis Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship. So thank you so much for those of you who have joined us today. Really great to be able to get this information out to you and have you hopefully join us for one of our entrepreneurship academies that we are hosting next month. Really great opportunity that we're excited to be able to offer through our partnership with Blue Tech Valley, as well as Assembly Bill 2664 to provide some funds to be able to attend if you need. But I want to start first by just kind of giving an overview of our institute very briefly, and then what the Academy entails and dates and all of that. So I'll get started. So our institute, the Institute for Innovation and Entrepreneurship at UC Davis, was founded just about 12 years ago. And our mission really is to help not only scientists and engineers commercialize the research and technologies that they're working on in their labs and get them out into the marketplace, but really our mission has expanded in recent years, especially to include just entrepreneurs and innovators across the board. So university affiliates specifically are really geared for our program. So this Entrepreneurship Academy that we are offering next month. The dates are February 11 through 13. That's a Monday through a Wednesday, and it's hosted right on the UC Davis main campus in Davis, California, and it's a really great facility. So the purpose of this Food, Ag, and Health Academy is really to help those of you who have business ideas around these areas to bring you into these academies and take you through a series of curriculum, workshops, different teaching sessions, as well as mentoring sessions to help you start that process. And so we start off with day one. There are 3 very long days, just to let you know, but it condenses everything down so it doesn't take a lot of time to get this information to you. Our faculty director, Andrew Hargadon, he starts off the academy on day one, really setting the stage for what it is that innovation actually is, and his perspective on how it truly is the network that helps you get these ideas out. So a lot of the value that we offer through our programs are to really connect you to as much of our network, business partners and other experts out in the business realm that you'll need to be able to take your ideas and actually get them to materialize as something viable in the marketplace. So we take you through, if you have technologies that require some intellectual property, we have a session on that taught by an intellectual property attorney. And then we also have panels throughout the process that university employees or staff and faculty that have taken their ideas from the labs out into the world. They come and provide their insight and expertise. We have an amazing keynote speaker at the end of day one, and we open that session up to the community at large and provide some really great networking time for you. And so again, this is another way to, as you go through this program, you'll be able to interact really on a one-to-one basis with people in the community. And we're excited to have Dan Kurzrock of Regrain as our keynote speaker, and there'll be more information on that. Taking you into day 2 and 3 of the academy is where we really dive into some of those core sessions of, okay, so I have this idea or I have this technology. What business model would actually make sense for that? And then if so, who is my market, or how do I even connect with my customer? How do I make a customer call? So we go through a live customer call process the morning of day 2, and then get into how do you validate your business idea through what plan makes sense. And then the end of day 2 is our first mentoring session. And these tend to be the highlight of our academies. If, say, I have 50 people in the Entrepreneurship Academy, then I try to recruit 50 mentors to come in and work one-on-one with you. Those are done in 15-minute kind of speed dating increments. And so in the process of a 2-hour session, you're able to meet with usually 6 to 8 different people from all different walks of the business life. And they listen to your elevator pitch. We teach you how to do that. Take a look at the 10-slide deck that we give you a template for. And if you start to build that out, they'll give you some feedback and their perspective on what you're doing. After 15 minutes, they get up and move to the next station, and you get another mentor to sit down and start that process with you all over again. Having a variety of different perspectives and different areas of feedback really helps you gather all of that information, and then after the academy or after the mentoring session, take a look at it in respect to your idea and start to kind of mold and move your process forward. Then on Wednesday, we kind of do the wrap up as far as teaching you how to build a network, the value of a network. We also introduce another panel that offer resources within the area that are outside of the university that you can take advantage of, that are available to you. Then we end up with a final mentoring session on that third day and do some wrap up and next steps. So that's kind of just the details of the academy as far as the agenda is concerned. For all of these different sessions, we do bring in guest speakers, again, who have expertise specifically in the areas of food, ag, and health. So the curriculum, although that remains the same throughout the basis of all of our programs, this particular focus would bring in experts from those areas. So I'll stop briefly in case there are any questions that I can answer at this point.
Nikki, we have a question. Do you have to be affiliated with UC Davis to be in the program?
Actually, you do not. This program is open to the public, and specifically for our Blue Tech Valley affiliates. We have the ability to offer grants for travel, for lodging, and for the registration fees that would normally be about $250. So the application site will have all of that information on there for you, and you can click the appropriate boxes.
Perfect. What was the website on it?
The website, it's a long one, and so I'll make sure to follow up with something that you can actually take a look at in writing. But Perfect. It is GSM, as in Graduate School of Management, .ucdavis.edu, and then it's /food-ag-health-entrepreneurship-academy.
There we go. And then what size of company, or does it have to be an individual, or can multiple people from a company attend?
Great question. So individuals are more than welcome, as well as teams that are working on the same idea. There's actually a spot on that application for you to list your team members. We do ask that every team member fill out their own application so that we can get you registered and everyone gets the same information and have access to the course website. But if you want to join if you want to attend as a team, that's highly recommended, and you get a lot out of it.
Perfect. We don't have any other questions on this end.
Okay.
Was there anything else that kind of would be good for people who are interested and don't know if it's if they're ready or not for it?
I would say that if this is something of interest, as long as you have some kind of a business idea, even if you haven't even really fleshed it out much, like you don't really know if it's something viable that would even work, but you have an idea that you can grapple with. It's a hands-on academy, so you really need something that you can work with while you're in there. But it doesn't have to be the idea, and it doesn't actually have to be vetted. The academy process will walk you through that, and you'll get to experience that. Now, the tool set that you'll learn is also applicable to any business idea that you may come up with at a later date. So the information is really useful. And again, there's no expectation that all of a sudden after 3 days you're supposed to go out and start some company. This really just gives you those basic tools. And it also, for a lot of people, kind of gives them an idea of, oh, entrepreneurship is definitely for me and something I want to pursue. And then for others, it's, nope, after 3 days, I realized this is really not what I want to do. So I think either way, just coming in and getting involved, 3 days, really fun. And I think you'll learn a lot, whether you decide to take your idea forward or not.
It's awesome. We have another question. How many companies are accepted into the program? Is there a limit, or does everyone get accepted?
It is generally we cap the class at 60, and so we like to keep the class between 40 and 60 participants for a few reasons. Anything less than 40 and it's the synergy's not quite there and the energy level. Anything beyond 60, we lose the ability for that one-on-one mentoring and that networking aspect of things. And so we found that 40 to 60 is a really great spot. So as applications come through, we vet them on a first come, first serve basis. And we really just take a look at, we ask you to write out 150 words or less of kind of the business idea that you're bringing to the program. So that's a really loose way that we at least take a look and make sure that, this program would apply to you. But as the spaces fill, then we close.
Perfect. And then one more question. How long is the application process? Is it a long process or quick, or?
It's relatively quick. It's your really basic information, first, last name, email, who you're affiliated with. So whether a university or some company affiliation, or if you're just a sole practitioner on your own. And then you can select on there, who you were referred by. So for instance, this webinar is listed on there as an option for that. The most time consuming would just be you writing out kind of your business idea and why you'd be coming to the program, but that's 150 words or less. So the application itself, I would say, would take 10 to 15 minutes.
Awesome. And then what happens after the program? Is there follow-ups, or are there other?
Yeah. We have a whole suite of different programs that we offer. We have a business competition, for example, that we run every year, and that's going on right now. This academy actually falls in a couple of weeks before that competition deadline, and really gives you a lot of the materials that you would need to prep to enter that competition. So there's always that possibility as a follow-up to where you go through a 3-day academy and go, oh man, okay, now I want to take this forward and try to win some money. That competition, we give out over $100,000 in prizes. And so that's a really good follow-up to this. Beyond that, we also are looking at developing an Academy 2.0, and that would be coming up in the next 6 months to 12 months. And so, and then, of course, all of our networking opportunities and events going forward would be open to you. And then anything else that we develop along the way. We're kind of, as an institute, we're almost a startup within a startup. We develop our programs and refine them as needed, depending on demand.
That's awesome. Thank you, Nikki. That was it for the questions.
Great. Well, thank you so much. Really good questions. I appreciate being here. I hope to see some applications come in and then get to meet you in person in February.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Nikki.
Have a great day.
Thank you. Have a great day, everybody.
Bye.